Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for showing up again. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jane. I live in the UK, and on this channel I try to share information that will be helpful to people coming to the UK as well as people living in the UK. I just talk. Okay, so if this is the kind of content you're interested in, please click on the subscribe button to join the family. Give this video a thumbs up if you do like it, and share with your friends and your loved ones if you think it will be helpful to them. So guys, today I will be talking about something that I feel we should be talking about, okay? And it's about our kids in the UK or our kids outside Nigeria. Now, I'm not going to be making videos about kids because I think I'm an expert mom. No, if anything, I'm looking to learn. So if you know any channels on YouTube that talk about kids outside Nigeria or raising kids outside Nigeria, the struggles of raising kids outside Nigeria, please put them in the comment area and I will check those videos out. I need them in my life. I need all the information I can get. I need all the help that I can get. I need suggestions as well. So yeah, that's why I've decided to be talking about this, because I think that it's something we need to be discussing. Okay, so today guys, without plenty talk, let me just tell you guys what I think, my own opinion, and you tell me what you think in the comment area. So you know how when we're coming, most of us say, oh, we're relocating because of our kids, to give our kids a better life, which is all good. Most of us tell the truth when we say this, but we need to, or I feel that we need to actually pay attention to the main reason why we are doing this. So you're an African mom, you're an African parent, you're a Nigerian parent, and you're relocating with your kids to the UK, but you still want your kids to have the culture, you want them to have the values that you grew up with, because let's be honest, the ways of life in diaspora is very different from where we're coming from, right? And some of us feel like, oh, it would be nice to have all the good things that come with the Western world, the security, the environment, the good life, amenities and all, but it will also be nice if you can incorporate them into the values, or with the values that you're going to be teaching your child, your African values, your African morals, the way that you grew up. That's the way that you think is sensible. A lot of people want to combine these two worlds together and give the child the best that they can. Great. I mean, I'm up for doing that. If I can take the values from Nigeria and the morals that I have from Nigeria and put it in a child in the Western world, it will also be great too, but that is not something that happens automatically. You have to do the work. You have to have the conversations with the children. Now, back to the children and putting ourselves in their shoes. So you have African parents telling you these things, and then you have to go to school and they're telling you another thing. You guys know that the culture is very different from where we're coming from, right? Nigerian culture is very different from what we have here. And just the way that your kids come back and tell you stuff that the teacher says, it's the same way that they tell their teacher what you say. Okay, so it might not even be anything serious. It might just be something that the teacher is asking them to do, and they're like, no, my mom said not to do this. And some of these things, these teachers are like, why will your mom say that? Okay, they don't understand where you're coming from, they don't know your culture, they don't know what you're trying to teach your child, and so they feel a certain kind of way. Now, sometimes this is why I even feel that some of these teachers run to social service, because they already have the idea that, oh, this black woman is making this child do this, or this black woman is making this child not do this. And so when there's a little reason, it's not even a reason, when they have a little suspicion, they run to social service, because they just feel like, oh, maybe you're not treating your child the right way because they don't understand. Sometimes it's not malicious, sometimes it is, but sometimes they just don't understand. Okay, so our cultures are different, but you have to have the conversation with your child, try to explain to them, see where you're coming from, despite the fact that this is what it is now, this is who we are. Okay, so I'm going to be giving you guys some examples so that you're thinking about these things the way that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so as a Nigerian parent, right, if you're cautioning a child, like you're admonishing somebody, you don't expect the child to be looking at you like this, like you as a parent, you'd be like, I'm talking to you and you're looking at me, what kind of eyes is that? Why are you looking at me like that? But here, when maybe they get into a misunderstanding with someone at school and they're talking to them, maybe with their teacher or whatever, they expect them to be looking them in the face while they talk. They don't expect them to look down and talk, because they'll be like, no, you have to look me in the face and speak. So you come home and your parents are telling you, oh, you don't look at me when I'm talking to you. And then you go back to school and your teacher is saying, oh, look at me when I'm talking to you. Or you hear stuff like, oh, I don't even want to use left hand and right hand, because some Nigerians don't actually, now we don't actually send whether you use left or right. Another example that we're talking about, okay, is you go home and then maybe you're alone in the room as a child, and your African parent is saying, what are you doing in that room? Why are you alone? Come down here where others are, stay with others, and I don't mind. It's the devil's workshop. But then you go to school and sometimes they're telling you, oh, you have to be comfortable in your space, you have to learn how to be comfortable by yourself and stuff like that. So sometimes, now these are just examples, there's so many examples. In fact, you guys tell me examples in the comment section that you think are conflicting facts from your African upbringing, and compared to what they are teaching them here. Okay, there are many examples, there are plenty. See, we don't agree on so many levels, but it is what it is. We're here and then we have to blend. I believe that the way around this is like finding a balance, but to even get to that place that you have a balance, you have to be talking to your child, which is like the whole essence of this conversation. You need to be actively talking to your children. They are telling them a lot of stuff in school that are not things that you align with, and it may not be things that you want your children to believe, right? So you have to be talking to your children at home concerning these things. Now sometimes we can be extreme as African parents, I understand that, and so we need to find that balance. Okay, so whatever works for you, I'm not going to tell you this is what you should do to raise your child. To each his own. Anyhow you want to raise your pikin, now you know, right? So you have your values, you have whatever it is you want to instill in them, and that's fine. But you also need to be aware that you have to have a conversation with them. I mean, feel free if you don't want to have a conversation, but this video is for people that to create awareness on the importance of having that conversation, because I know that as immigrants we are busy. That's the truth. We need to hustle. We have bills to pay. We have to send money home and all that stuff. But also don't forget that one of the reasons why you say you're relocating is for your kids. So let it be for your kids as well, okay? I plan to continue making content around kids, raising kids in Nigeria, raising kids outside Nigeria, raising kids in the UK and all that stuff. And so if you do have that channel or a channel that talks about this, please put it in the comment section. I'm really interested. I have a lot to learn, and so I would like to check those channels out, see what they're sharing and all. If you have stayed till now, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And if you like to watch this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye guys.